Alright, hello and welcome to the second part of my Kanji Tatsumi tutorial! This is getting really wordy and long. I apologize for that, but like I said, I just want to get all the information out there as fast as I can. This video, at minimum, will be covering the universal options he has, such as sweep, all-out attack, his movement, the different things he can do to move around the screen, and if this doesn't take too long, I'll get right into his specials. Alright then. First off, his sweep. Probably one of Kanji's most important normals. If you managed to sit through the other video, you could tell that this goes into a lot of his combos. His normal standing hit confirm, knocks down, has that little chair follow-up after it. But it's actually got a lot of things that you might not know about it. For example, let's see, it's actually airborne. As you can see, he's clearly up in the air at the start there. If you hit him out at the startup, he'll be launched up a little bit. Let's see here. If he just whiffs it, he's actually low profiling in the recovery, which is not all that useful, but it exists. This is more important for everyone else trying to deal with Kanji. If you're trying to punish his sweep, do not let your attack get low profiled. Rather than whiffing, rather than whiffing a 5A, like say if you're Narukami, just do 2B into whatever you want. However, it does have some very important aspects to it on block, actually, when you're ready to spend meter. Since it's actually airborne on block, as you can see there, you are actually able to OMC it, air dash forward and do a JB. This is very, very nice. Let's see if I actually bothered blocking on that recording. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I did not block. Let's try one more time. I didn't want to hit that. One more time. Perfect. And as you'll be able to see, it is actually a safe jump high. I'll try one more time. And you see, that is Narukami's fastest invuln punish, and it's just not hitting Kanji. Not only that, but let's see here. Oh, you are able to trade with it if you hit 5A, but you will trade at best, and this is one of the fastest 5As in the game. Instant block, that'll be a different matter. Let's see. You'll be able to hit him cleanly, but you're not always able to IB it, and risking the mash versus Kanji is not going to be worth it, because while that is a safe jump, it's actually fast enough to block Yosuke's DP on jump-in. You'll just block it, and there will be no block stun, but he also has the option of just... Let's see. Because it's airborne. Because it's airborne, you cannot hold forward after OMC to run like you can, say, if you do this. I'll automatically run without having to double tap, but there we go. If you delay it just a bit. If people are mashing, trying to expect that instant air dash JB, you can just, let's see here. A couple different things. Let's see. Late OMC into dash up grab. Late OMC into a 2A. All that sort of thing. You can also just do the air dash into floating down 2A. It's just not good for them to mash there because you'll be able to beat it out with a lot of different actions. All because sweep is extremely plus on block if one more cancelled. This is also important because, let's see here. Don't make me strangle you. Let's try that one more time. Let's see. Let's see. You'll be able to instant air dash cancel your guard cancel similarly in the frames, I believe. Guard cancel deals a little less block stun, but it still means you'll be able to do silly things like, let's see here. Oopsie, wrong. No. Oopsie, wrong character. You'll just be able to dash up and grab him, even though I mess it up there. It's a timing very worth practicing, because people are going to be blocking in order to block your guard cancel, obviously, and they will even be sitting down back for a second, reacting to the fact that you guard canceled, and you'll be able to just grab them up right there, making it so people need to contest your guard cancel rather than just blocking it or baiting it. Although, similarly, neither of these hit too high, and in that same situation, well, I won't show it because it'll take too long, but all characters like Chie or Narukami have to do if you try to guard cancel their Oki is they can air dash over your sweep just fine. You won't be able to make them block, and they'll be able to punish you on OMC, or pressure you at the very least if you block immediately. Let's see. Not only that, but, you know, sweep goes into that follow-up chair that I keep doing. Knocks down like that. However, it's also plus 26 or plus 28 on block, which means you can do this. Only advisable at far distance, but as you'll be able to see, knockdown, I'm actually not going to be able to jump out of it. Let me remove counter hit just so it isn't misleading. There, I'm not able to jump. If I DP, I won't hit Kanji. If I microdash DP, because of the hits done on the 2C, Kanji will be able to block Narakami's 2B. And, oopsie. Oh, I'm not awakened. I'll just do Zeo dying. Kanji's going to be able to block that too. Cross Slash should be able to be blocked. This is very interesting Oki, because especially if someone is trying to up back or whatever else, you'll just be able to do that OMB from earlier that I showed that did 5,000 damage. This is not necessarily as strong like as other Oki. Some characters are able to microdash out of it just fine. Mitsuru's DP will blow it up, period. But it's very important to know because it's another option and it can make some characters unable to DP. Next up, let's see. Also, this is also pretty much the perfect normal for Kanji to do OMB damage off of. Anytime you've got to confirm, say he's jumping. Let's see. Is counter hit on? Blocking is anyway. I turned that off, right? Alright then. Say that you get just, you know, it's unlike, you wouldn't think about it, but say you get counter hit JB, make sure you're on the way down. You'll be able to OMB and get an easy 4.5k maybe? 4.2. Because you're not going to be using it in the combo otherwise, generally, because it usually just ends your combo, it's the best option to go for optimizing OMB damage, because it won't have any SMP on it. As for combo scaling and all that, I won't go into this in this tutorial. Just trust me in saying that this that normal is 99% of the time the perfect normal for you to do OMB damage off of. After that, Kanji's regular throw. This is... the only throw he has slower than that is this. But moves him forward slightly. More importantly, it actually moves him forward way more if he's dashing when he does it. Especially when he's in that little acceleration phase. There you go, perfect. The throw on counter hit and normal hit, I believe, will throw the opponent to the perfect distance for you to set up your 5D lightning. It is, the lightning will be able to hit meaty, so they will not be able to throw out of it. It's fantastic. And of course, you can do the chair follow-up. And if you're in the corner, interestingly enough, on counter hit, and some normal hits, you'll be able to sweep them afterwards, getting extra damage in. Let's see. Air throw. Unfortunately, it is impossible for Kanji to combo off this air throw without doing meter afterwards, but you can keep your air action afterwards, and you'll be able to do things like this. Let's see. Oopsie. Too early? Depending at the height that you throw them at, you'll be able to do something like that. And it'll be a safe jump. It'll hit on meaty, and you'll be completely safe if they late tap. Aside from that, your only options really for doing damage are... Oopsie. You can OMC it too early with both grabs. As you see here, this is OMCing before the damage is dealt, and there's no real reason to do this as far as I know. I've tried. Unless you do like an OMB whiff strategy, but I haven't explored OMB whiffing yet. That's pretty much going to be your go-to combo. You will be able to do a 5AA starter instead if they're in the corner. And that will let you do... Get in there. Okay. Let's see here. Whoopsie. I'll just do the easy version. As you can see, the counter hit lasts much longer than the normal hit. I don't think I demonstrated it, but you'll be able to tell it as soon as you open up in training mode. If you're close to the corner, if you go for this route instead on counter hit, you'll be able to get 4k out of your OMC, which is definitely worth the meter. Overall, though, most important uses of it is just going to be, if you get an air grab because you know someone's jumping, you'll be able to air dash over them and side swap, get yourself out of the corner, etc. Let's see. As for bursts, there's not much really special to mention for bursts for Kanji, aside from the fact that OMB gives him pretty much a guaranteed 4k damage on every single confirm as he can get, like minimum 4k. And Goal Burst, let's see. Burst is plus 10 on hit. So let's see here. Oh yeah, I can do this. I think I have to jump for it, yeah. I need to jump forward, though. That's probably not gonna work either, though. I apologize. Okay. Damn it. This is probably where all the time in the video is coming from. I apologize, everyone. Okay, as you can see on Blue Burst, that is not going to be a true meaty. I just walked out of it just fine. However, if I get hit by a Gold Burst, I will tech. Oh, that was the wrong spacing, however. Let's do it here. I will try and... This will be a true meaty on Gold Burst and not Blue Burst. So if you land a Gold Burst, you'll be able to get your Lightning, get right back in on them with all of that extra meter. It's fantastic. And you can also just do, what is it, this into this. You'll punish people who are standing in the Lightning and stand blocking it, and you'll be able to use the Lightning to make the movement completely safe. You need to get in at a moment's notice, you can do that off Gold Burst. Movement. Every character's walking speed is pretty slow. Kanji's is actually... looks like a bit faster than Narukami's. Let's see here. Yeah. 1, 2... 1, 2... Yeah! Kanji's forward walking speed is actually quite good, better than Narukami's. As a result, though, his dashing speed suffers for sure. And so it can actually be faster in combos and whatnot to walk a little bit instead of run a little bit. Like, it depends all on the situation, but sometimes if you need just a little bit of distance very quickly, walking will be way faster than running. Now then, his jump arc's pretty slow. What is it? Takes like 2 jumps to get over the opponent here. And it will cross up, but, you know, the spacing that you need to cross up, you have to be pretty close to the opponent. And something people might not realize because you have to wait so damn long in his run animation, after the acceleration you actually get a much further jump just like anyone else. And it'll be much, much, much easier to cross over. And you'll be able to get a huge amount of distance off your air dash, depending on what you're trying to do here. Overall, if you want to get the most distance out of your jumps, you have to wait until slightly after the peak of your jump, and then back air dash. That'll be the most distance you can get. Or if you need to JB in, as you can see, that'll actually get me in. If I do it right at the entry, if I do it on my way up, I will make it over, I apologize. But if I IED, I won't. I'll actually be I'll be lacking quite a bit on distance, but if I move a bit back, you know, you get the idea. You have to alter your air dash timing in order to get over the opponent. Very important, because Kanji needs every little bit of distance he can get. And as I was saying with this dash jump, you'll be able to get huge amounts of distance with it. Perfect. As I said, dashing quite slow, gets that little momentum boost. If you do a move the instant of the momentum, you'll actually be able to get quite a bit more distance on your character without needing to wait any further, including the normal run dash. As you see, that's from very far. Lightning. Jumping, already said. I don't know too much about how much different characters float in the game. I know it affects combos, and Teddy's really weird, Yosuke's faster or something. But Kanji definitely seems to float longer, so people will always be able to get, like, what last second anti-air 2Bs when they react really, really, really late to your jump. Quite annoying. That's one of the reasons he has such a strong anti-air. Run jumping. Super jumping? Super jumping, very important for this game, because when you're in the corner getting pressured and whatnot, Narukami just ruining your day, making you want to kill yourself, you can just go, and super jump out, completely out of his pressure. And it's difficult for characters to just completely freely pressure Kanji's super jump, because he does have this on his way down. He can alter when, where, and why he lands using the different air dashes he has, which I'll get to in a second. And you can alter when, where, and why your angle of your air dash is by jumping forward, back, or neutrally. All very important to do in order to get out of the corner and make people guess where you're going to land. Double jump, you get a lot of height on your double jump. Very important for baiting things, or if people think you're going to do like a late jump JB, you can just do this and then hit them in the air with that, something like that. And then his air dashes, both of them, not very fantastic. His air backdash is pretty damn good, except for the fact that he has to use it for nearly everything. Like, this is his fast way to get in, he can't cover himself, and the difference between the two. Well, this is slow, makes it so you can't block for quite a while, leaves you hanging there for people to anti-air you for free. It does let you air turn much, much, much sooner. Like, air backdash. Okay, sorry, I'm messing up. See, I couldn't even get the air turn in order to turn around there. I'm not going to be able to get a JB like this, because it takes so long for me to be able to act again. But if I, like, say I want to air dash over and hit it with JB, see, just fine. It makes me hang at this perfect little distance to turn around and get my JB out. Fantastic for safe jumps, which Kanji has quite a few of, but both of them will get you killed using them in the wrong spot. You have to know exactly when and where to use which air dash in order to get in on the opponent. Air backdash, even when you move it forward, it does have about 5 frames of invuln, but it'll almost never come in. An important note, here, I will jump back, and then air dash forward, see, that's where I land, air dash back. I'm actually much closer to Narukami this time around. Air backdash gives a lot more distance than air front dash does. For sure. That's why you have to use it in order to move around the screen faster. Air front dash, not only is it so slow, but it just doesn't have the same distance as air backdash. As previously mentioned, I think, Kanji's roll, worst in the game. Due to the distance that it travels, you won't be able to roll through a lot of things that other characters can. And backdash, while it's one of the slower backdashes in the game, it's either 23 or 26 frames total, and it has the same invuln as everyone else's. It's still an important spacing tool, because it can get you just that little bit of extra distance quickly in order to poke at someone and stop them. Right then, we are currently at 16 minutes, so I'll be going through all of his specials as well. Probably his most underused special that you will see is this 236A, forces crouch on hit. On counter hit, it's actually a fantastic combo starter, since you'll be able to crouch confirm into this for a quick 5k, or go into a quick safe jump, which I'll get to in a minute. Let's see. I don't think it beats Narukami 2A, but this move actually high profiles a lot of moves. It can go over a lot of characters' 2As, just not Aegis, Narukami's, or Labris, I think? And Liz. But, like, Yosuke, if Yosuke is dashing up to you and constantly going, like, 2A over and over and over, if you know it's coming and you want to take the risk, you can just 236A and you'll get that counter hit into a nice 2.5k. Or even better, into an OMB combo, which should do, let's see, nothing. Why can't I combo today? There we go. Should be, yeah, 4.1. Very good, very good. And it works on non-counter hit, too, I believe. You're not going to see this normal much, though, because it has 17 frame startup. Very, very, very slow. But it can be useful for different things. It's active for, let's see, 9 frames. 9 frames of a giant hitbox just being put out there to counter-hit anyone who's being reckless against you. The hitbox is very good. It will be able to beat a lot of moves. Not anything like Narukami 5B or anything, but if Narukami's trying to dash in on you and just do 5A, it will beat 5A for sure if you get it out fast enough. And if people are air dashing, it's very good. As you can see where he swings that chair, it's going to stop people from just air dashing in recklessly very, very easily. But you're not going to be able to get much of a combo off of it, not even with OMB as far as I know. Also note, let's see, you can air dash off of the first hit, similarly to his sweep. There you go, air dash. You can use that for some tricky things I'll be detailing later. 236B, mostly Kanji's combo filler, as you saw in those early combos. It'll be like blah blah blah. It does a lot of damage, 2 hits. It's +1 on block, meaning you'll be able to beat the opponent out on mash. Let's see. What am I doing? I'm blocking. So I'm gonna mash 5A. Narukami, whoopsie, I shouldn't have moved. That beat me out. I'll mash more thoroughly. I traded. It basically makes Kanji's 5A into a 5-frame normal instead of a 6-frame normal, since it's +1. Unfortunately, you cannot combo on hit with it. On juggle, it's fantastic, but if you hit a grounded opponent, I'm not hitting my diagonals. That's why I'm not getting combos today. Okay. Also very important, make sure you use the input notation to know why you're not getting things in combos. As you can see, it gives you a hard knockdown instead of letting you combo off of it like this, or the EX version, which is very unfortunate. But the good news is that knockdown is pretty good. You can actually get a safe jump like that. Oh, I didn't do it anywhere near soon enough. Oopsie. There we go. That should be a safe jump on Narukami DP. It isn't. I didn't get it quite right because I jumped back, but you can time that to be a safe jump. However, like I said, this one is active even longer, but the 27 frame startup means you're almost never going to want to use it as a neutral tool. But if you do catch someone, it leads into fantastic OMB damage, like something like 5k on non-counter hit. It can also cancel into Kanji's air dive almost instantly, and it leads into this, but I'll get to that in a second. The EX version is a combination of the two. Stays low to the ground, goes over a lot of moves. It's +1 on block. Also forces crouch, so you can do this for like a nice 3k damage. On OMB, you're definitely guaranteed 5k damage. But I'm not going to do the combo. These things last long enough. It's a pretty generic combo. You won't have to worry too much about it. And it's very important for being able to confirm out of range 5Cs. As you can see, 2C will whiff, but if I go back here and I do this, as long as you get a fatal counter with 5C, this will always combo, and you'll always be able to do this specific combo in order to follow up. I did the non-optimized version of it, but whatever. Lastly, something very, very, very important, if you do instant... Let's see here. If you just do instant EX chair cancel into the air dive, you get a special air dive that you don't get normally. For comparison, this is Kanji's TK air dive, like Tiger Knee. As you can see, that's not hitting Narukami. It goes pretty high up in the air, and it's slow. Like, people can see that. This is way faster than it should be, and this is way lower. If I try to do like say I'm Narukami, I want to dash in 5B. Like, that's not going to hit. Let's see. It actually beat 5B. 5B was active there. You know, 5B, this is not like a guaranteed answer to 5B, but depending on the distance, this will kill Narukami for hitting 5B. And if I hit... this can actually beat 2B at very specific timings, right there. It beat 2B because 2B does not it has a fantastic hitbox, but not that much head invuln. Also, if someone's knocked away and just not at the right distance for you to anti-air, like say I'm like, oh shit, and then I jump, it's gonna catch them. Kanji 5C into this, that combos, and if I try to jump on IB, I won't be able to jump. So if people are trying to do that, this is a very specialized, this isn't something you should spam, but if you need an instant air dive to just cover the area in front of you, that's how you do it. And then the chairs on knockdown are completely different versions of the chair. There's two different kinds of knockdowns in this game with the chair. You got your throw knockdown and your everything else. Throw knockdown is +9 with that normal chair. Sweep knockdown is +7. So which supers you're going to be able to 2A meaty changes depending on which one you get. They do a minimum damage scaling of 200 extra damage for your combo. The EX version recovers far faster. As you see, my 5A whiffed there. And does a minimum of 600 damage, which is getting nerfed in the new version, most likely. This allows you to do much different mix-ups if you go for the EX version. I'll cover that all in the Okizeme section. But for now, the EX chair does more damage and recovers faster than the normal one. It's pretty good normal, or pretty good special. You can use it a lot of different ways that I'll be demonstrating. Now, these grabs I will not be detailing too much because I detailed them plenty in my other video talking about the invuln on Kanji's 214C grab, the quick one. But they do a lot of damage. They, obviously you can't block them. And the EX version is 4 frames. It can punish a lot of things that let's see here, right. It can punish a lot of things that you normally wouldn't be able to punish otherwise, like Mitsuru's Dwa on block, Narukami's Raging Lions at certain timings, very, very useful. And the EX version, whoopsie. Oh, I forgot to talk about AOA, I'll do that next. The EX version, as you'll be able to see, does a lot of damage and puts shock on the opponent for a few seconds. I'll be talking about that in more detail later. Let's see. Oh yeah, AOA, as I forgot. It's Kanji's universal overhead. You go to 16 hits, you get a combo, etc., etc. This is basically the combo you're going to be seeing most of the time. But something special about Kanji's AOA, even though it's slow, it's -5 on hit. So only people that IB or have a 5-frame 5A or throw you are going to be able to punish it. Like, oopsie. Of course it hits high. See, I just mashed and I couldn't get it. See, it's actually quite difficult to punish, and not only that, but there's good places for Kanji to use it, which I'll be detailing again in the Okizeme section, or Okizeme and mix-up section. 236C. This is Kanji's. This is one of Kanji's important anti-air or combo ending tools. Whoops, not that. Jumping. It's an anti-air grab. Things with grab involved will not get hit by it. Brings the opponent down, knocks them down to the ground, and depending on how high the opponent is when it hits them, you'll be able to follow up combo, like right here. Whoops. Well, if I do this, I will. This is gonna combo. There we go. I'll get 2 of them into a knockdown. You're going to be using this a lot to combo after 2B to end combos. It's Kanji's fastest anti-air at 14 frames. His 2B is, what's it called? His 2B is 18 frame startup. And, by the way, something I forgot to mention, Kanji's 2B does actually anti-air behind him. As you can tell, the chair it's just a giant hitbox. That's one of the reasons why it's good in getting counter hits. People try to air dash over you, cross you up, it will still hit them as long as there's enough time for it to start up. But sometimes you just need to catch someone at a weird angle. You need to do it very quickly. If they're trying to float over you and bait out a DP or something, you just throw this out, and that's how you're going to grab them. Let's see. Now we'll detail the safe jump you get on it later in the Okizeme section. 214D. This is the setup anti-air grab. It waits for a second, then it will react to people jumping. Let me turn off jump for a second. Okay. If you look at Kanji's feet, you'll see a little wave of dust a little while after activation. That is when it is officially active, and it will anti-air grab you if you jump. This one goes off automatically very quickly after that time, so it's hard to tell, but this one is still more useful than the other one for certain things. It will catch you if you super jump straight and forward in front of it, but if the opponent knows what to do, they can just get over it, and more importantly, this one does not have Persona involved. Or it has a bit, I think. Oh, it does. Let's see. Let me move Kanji out of the way. There we go. Oopsie. Projectile? Looks like it has projectile too. My bad. I thought it didn't. This move is just too slow to use, however. It's basically only used in janky resets, which is why I don't know that much about it. Because, instead, you could be using this version. If you look for that little dust cloud underneath Kanji's feet, it comes out very, 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 very quickly. As you see, it's catching me very, very, very soon. It's still got that invuln on it, but it is baitable. If I super jump almost, half screen away from it, it's never going to hit. It just can't hit. You can make it whiff in a lot of different ways, like IADing back mid-screen. Sorry, further back. Oopsie. Maybe not with an Arakami, but if I front dash, I will. Maybe not. Sorry, it's character dependent, but you can just dash. Like if he does it on reaction to you jumping, you can do this. Let's see. Oopsie. Okay. There. It's based on the spacing and the timing, but there are a lot of different things you can do to make this whiff. For example, whoopsie, not super jump. You can just double jump and it will whiff. Double jump is way more reliable than the air dash is, but you'll be able to just do something like, whoopsie, and then just whiff punish it in order to take one of Kanji's cards. However, it's still very important. Some characters, like say Narukami, it's better with example with like Liz's JB, which makes her pause in the air, but say Narukami is doing like this. Yeah. It'll be able to grab him out because he won't be able to move at all. Or this, even though he's never going to do it at raw. Or maybe even, if you know he's going to Lion, it'll grab Lion out of the air just fine. They do track to an extent, but the tracking isn't very good, as you can see from that demonstration. And lastly, Kanji's dives. You can duck under the dive. The dive is air grab invincible. The EX1 tracks, and they do more damage and go more distance depending on which version you use. And they're a better combo ender for Kanji than the air dive if you need to go for raw damage, for example, because you can just super cancel it like this. That's how you set up his maximum damage, and if you're at the corner, you can also do that same 2C setup that I showed with Sweep. Although it's going to be much more difficult to get the right spacing that you want, because it slides you forward on hit. Let's see. See, this will almost work. I apologize making you wait for a moment. But as you'll be able to see, this is harder to space than the sweep one, letting Kanji get DP'd instead of hitting the persona. Special note, as I said, it's actually important to know that sometimes you just need to throw this move out just to stop people from doing things in doing stupid things in neutral, because it will just grab them out of whatever they're doing, and this is one of the fastest ways to do it. Also, this move keeps you turned around if you jump over someone, and you'll be able to do things the wrong direction, including run away. Whoopsie. As you can see, you can run, or you can backdash towards people. The uses for that, not too many, but it's important to know, because if you do need to run away from someone after air diving away from them, you can do that. And the A version, it's important to note for the next version, this is probably going to be the version you're going to want in combos if you're Shadow Kanji, purely because Shadow characters in that game are going to be able to HD cancel similar to KOF, and the animation difference between that one and this one are way longer, even though this one does more damage. Okay, nearing the end of the things I'm going to put in this video. We've got his super. This is very fast, 11 frame induln. If close, it goes into a 3-hit combo. If far, it goes into this, all of which you can get very good combos off of. The first hit is a crumple, the second hit is spinning state, and the third hit is a launch, which gives Kanji pretty much every single form of hit state you could possibly want. Oopsie, I'll just do the corner variation for ease of use. This is a fantastic combo starter, even if it's costly in meter. One more try and then I'm done. As you can see, that's a nice 5k damage. You can combo off of it with OMC and OMB for around the same amount of damage, so no matter when the opponent does not want to get hit by this, you can use, as you will see in one moment, if you land the close version, a chair will come down after the third hit around 30 frames, which is useful for comboing. For Okazeme, not much, unfortunately, because the chair will go away as soon as Kanji blocks or gets hit. But it's a very good super. It's a fast reversal, especially since Kanji's DP, which I forgot to talk about, is not an actual attack DP with any range. This, however, has quite a bit of range to it, where you'll get the full animation, as you can see there. And even worst case scenario, if you need to go through a fireball... Oopsie, I got the OMC timing wrong. You will be able to do a 5C extension. Oopsie, one more try. I didn't get the full combo there, but you can also do the much more easy this for 3.3k. Maybe even a bit more than that if I forgot. And that will be that will pretty much always carry the opponent over to the corner, so it's very, very good to do. If you need to get that hit or get that kill, it will do it. Also, the projectile will go through almost all other projectiles, as we'll see here. It went through that fireball just fine. And one important thing to know, though, it will only do one hit depending on if the opponent's persona is out or not. It's weird. I haven't gotten it super consistent yet, but sometimes you'll only get the first hit and not the second juggling hit, which will make things difficult. That super can be low profile, however. Let's see here. Oopsie. As you can see, that'll go right under the projectile. Oopsie. Even if I'm closer. Oopsie. Well, I'm not going to get it. One more try. Let's see. But if you are point blank on someone, it will... I'll even do it a little bit early. It will hit them. See? So depending on the move, you can low profile it. And the nice thing about this super is on block, that chair is still there, so it'll mess up punishes. Oh, let me turn off counter hit. Sorry. The best thing to do to get around that chair is to roll, but as you'll be able to see here, even if you don't roll, it's not in counter hit recovery. You have to hit it during the active frames in order to get a counter hit punish, which means characters like Mitsuru, in order to get real damage on it, she has to feint, she has to sweep underneath it and fatal counter hit him in order to get any real damage off of it. It's not in crouch recovery, etc., etc. So it will it's hard, you can't get an optimal punish on it with multiple characters if they don't know how to low profile under it or are completely unable to. Let's see, lastly, the infamous super grab, not much to say about this, does 4.3k, pushes them to corner no matter what, and Kanji's recovery is based where he is on screen. You'll always be able to set up lightning minimum, but say you're point blank on them. Whoopsie, that's not the right character. This is in Kanji's challenges, but for the record, like, you can walk up, whoopsie, you can walk up 2B, do that. That'll get you around 5k. For an easier one, if you're point blank on someone, sorry for making you sit through the long animation, it'll only happen 2 more times. You'll be able to sweep into chair for a better knockdown, and if you're full screen, like mashing out of a setup or something else, you'll be able to toss them full screen and be able to get a dive follow-up. There you go. That will do 5k. Very, very, very good. If you're any closer than full screen, though, you're going to have to jump up and do Tiger Knee EX line, or Tiger Knee EX dive in order to hit them, though. However, there is always a way to get some extra damage off of that. You can also do silly things like throw your chair afterwards to get just that little bit of extra what's the word? Burstable damage? Now then, anything else with that super? You can only combo into it off of spin state, as demonstrated earlier. That's not spin state, that is spin state. Let's see here. I'm just being lazy. There you go, that's gonna be a real combo. And the only way to combo into this reliably is to go into the second hit of this, as demonstrated earlier. That does spin state just fine. And aside from that, this is one of your slowest grabs. It isn't slower than regular grab, or this slow grab, but it is 6-frame startup, making it slower than fast grab and EX grab. But it is invuln from the very start, and moves Kanji forward. Plus, of course, you cannot jump after the super flash, as I try to do here. Oh, unless you're too far away, sorry. There you go. Lastly, Kanji's instant kill. Let's see. This is walks forward, super flash happens well before the grab. You're not going to be able to hit someone if you just throw this out randomly. However, it is a legitimate punish to certain moves. Like, let's see. There we go. Let's see. Okay. This punishes Zeodyne if it's done on the ground, period. I'm probably not going to get the timing. There we go. Perfect. That's a legitimate punish. There's a lot of supers that can be punished by instant kill, such as Labrys's Gears, Akihiko's Mazeodyne, Narukami's Zeodyne, all of those things. You'll be able to get a legitimate punish, and if you're in the position to do it, because you win the match! Like, forget swag, it's legit. Lastly, I'm going to do an in-depth tutorial on Kanji's DP later, but just a couple things to note. It's a counter DP and an attack DP. See, I hit there, and it's also a counter DP. It'll hit from all the way over there. But there is retaliation. Like, you can actually block that follow-up lightning. Like, see, say I do, I'm not an Awakening. I need to be an Awakening. Let's see here. Oopsie. Not getting the gate, sorry. There, I just blocked the retaliation lightning, and it has full invuln after activation. Actually, there, you can see Super Flash does not really delay the retaliation. The retaliation will still hit you, depending on how you cancel it, but if you do, like, whoopsie. Whoopsie. There, that's gonna whiff, but Kanji will not be hit because he has full invuln as long as it's hit with a physical strike, like Narukami's DP. However, it will beat everything else out, period, like Narukami DP. I'll even be able to catch him if he techs badly after that air tech. However, it does not activate on Persona normals, which most people don't know about for some reason, and then you'll be able to just punish just fine. If you do it too early, though, you'll still not be able to. Let's see here if I can do the one setup. See? I can't do that, can I? There. Yeah, I can. There are specific setups where you can attack while your persona's getting hit, and the retaliation lightning will not be able to hit you, unfortunately. I don't want to switch characters and demonstrate that, so I'll demonstrate it in the in-depth video right now. Let's see, it's also super cancelable if you want a hard knockdown, because this does not give a hard knockdown on the counter hit part of it. Like, what is it? You know, if I trigger it, I can air tech, so I don't get a hard knockdown. But if I combo into this chair super, I will. And one last thing, if you're fighting someone who still doesn't know how to deal with this, you can also super cancel it on block and have an unjumpable super grab, punishing them for blocking. Lastly, let's see. DP does give paralyze on hit, similar to this, which forces them to either hop or roll in order to move. They cannot move any other way, which is important for setting up tick grabs, but there's no way for Kanji to really set it up safely. And of course, lightning does this as well. I'm not going to do that, though. Let's see. Is there anything I missed? No. Well, just for the sake of this being 30 minutes long, I'm going to separate this. I'm going to upload this separately from the other one, and I am going to go into Okizeme and mix up in the next video. That one hopefully will be lengthy purely because there's a lot of wonderful information on how to mix up the opponent. And I hope this one was much more concise than the normals video, but I feel like all this information is valuable, and I apologize. And I'll see you in the next video.